Hi guys, it's Laura Hamby here from Pickerington Public Library. I hope you're having a very good Wednesday. I want to welcome you to the first Learning with Laura video. As you probably know since you're watching this, Pickerington Public Library is going to be offering some virtual services, including video recorded classes, live book club chats. We're having an ASL class. There's recorded story times, and we're going to be offering those over the next couple of weeks while our physical building is closed. If you have any comments about those services or have any ideas of further services that we can provide virtually, please feel free to use the email address on the screen. It is pplrefstaff@pickeringtonlibrary.org. We will also take any reference questions you have there or any concerns about any materials you have out or whatever you need to know, please reach out to us. So today I am going to be talking to you about Ancestry Library Edition. No doubt a lot of you have heard of Ancestry.com, either through commercials or online advertisements. It's the genealogy website that a lot of people use to do genealogy research. What you may not know is that our library offers access to Ancestry's databases for free for our library card holders. It used to be that this was only available in the library building itself. You either had to be on our Wi-Fi in the library building or using one of our public computers to access it. But during this time when a lot of people are stuck at home, Ancestry has done the wonderful thing of opening access for remote use by library card holders. So it's a wonderful time to get into genealogical research. It's something educational you can do with your family. It's just also really interesting, and it helps you to kind of get to know more about your family and more about, you know, how your family formed and became what it is today. I've gotten into genealogical research just in the past couple months. I've always been interested in where a lot of the different branches of my family came from. I also grew up in Westerville, Ohio, which is northeast Columbus. I went to the schools there, and there was a famous figure there named Benjamin Hanby. If you remember my name from the beginning of this video, my name is Laura Hanby. And when I was going to school there, I always got asked, are you related to him? A little bit more about him. He lived in the 1800s. He was a minister and a composer. He actually composed the Christmas Carol Up on the Housetop. And more importantly, his home in Westerville, it's called the Hanby House, was a stop on the Underground Railroad, which was really cool. So I've never known if I was related to him, if my family had any connection with him. And so I kind of wanted to search and see if there was a link. And I started on Ancestry. I haven't found an answer yet, but I'm still kind of keeping looking and working back through my family tree to see what I can find. So genealogy, it's a giant puzzle. And I love puzzles, I love mysteries, I love brain teasers. It's just this puzzle is more personal to you, and it's more about your own makeup, your own family makeup, and I find that truly fascinating. So I want to get it started here showing you Ancestry. The website you're going to use is the one here, http://ohioweblibrary.org/ancestry. And when you first go to this site, let me switch my screen here. When you first go to this site, it's going to come up with a login screen. It's just going to ask for your library card number. That is the number on the back of your card underneath the barcode. And this service is available to a lot of Ohio libraries, so if you don't have a Pickerington Public Library card, you can use like a Columbus card, perhaps Upper Arlington card, whatever you have. Give it a try. If that doesn't work, we are offering digital we are offering the service where you can sign up for a library card digitally. So go back to that ref staff email, PPL ref staff email, send us an email and we can get you set up. So once you enter your library card number and hit submit, it'll take you to this page, which is my video here. Okay. So before we get into the searching, I just want to show you a couple of the extra features on Ancestry available up at the top here. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Learning Center and charts and forms. Now, the Learning Center just has a lot of great tip guides to help you get started. One I would definitely recommend you check out before you start is Ancestry Anne's Top 10 Search Tips. She has beginner tips, intermediate tips, advanced tips. So wherever you are in your search, I would just definitely give those a read. It's just 2 pages long, but it will help you a great deal in your search. Let me get back here. Another one I would highly recommend is looking at the ethnic group research guides. If you're part of any of these groups, I definitely recommend checking them out. It's going to give you some specific information and tips for searching for your family members in who were parts of those different ethnic groups, because each group kind of has its challenges based on how the records were kept, whether names were changed or not, periods of immigration. So I would definitely, before you get started, read those that apply to you. So go charts and forms. This is also helpful before you start your search. I highly recommend either at least printing off a family tree chart. You can use this ancestral chart, which looks like more of the common family tree you see. And then at the bottom, there's a family group sheet that's more in like a, it's more like a form you can fill out. So whichever one works for you, I would definitely recommend printing it off and using it to help keep track of your research. And this is the more common family tree. I showed you those 2 things. Let's go jump right in and do a search. Screen here. There we go. All right, up at the top, you're going to have your basic search box here. And first thing I'm going to recommend is that you go ahead and hit the button to show more options. And that just gives you a lot more boxes you can enter information in. The more information you can enter, the better search results you're going to get. So I would highly recommend putting in anything you know about a particular ancestor, even if it's just an approximation, anything can help. So I'm just going to go ahead and start searching for Benjamin Hamby, who I was talking about earlier. So first name, we're going to do Benjamin. Last name, we're going to do Hamby. I know he lived in Westerville, Ohio, so I'm going to enter that here. And then I'm going to go down here to life events, and you can input any dates or locations that you know for those events. So I've done some research and I know his birth year and his death year, so I'm going to enter those. So I'm going to go to birth, and his birth year was 1833. And I know his death year was 18. And if you go further down, if you know any of the names of other sibling, spouse, child, go ahead and enter that. You'll never know what helps. And then keyword, you can put the occupation. So you know your grandfather was worked in car maintenance or something like that. I would input that here because there's a lot of records that you search that are going to have that information listed. You can also put in gender and race and nationality. You can also narrow at the bottom here, narrow down what records you want to search. And do that search here. Waiting for my computer to work. All right. So these are all your search hits. It's going to kind of give you a little preview with information on the right-hand side here. The first one that pulls my attention is this U.S. Find a Grave record. Just because it seems to have a lot of information, and a lot of what I see here matches what I already know about Benjamin Hamby, including the year and the death year. He was born in Ohio, so that makes sense. So I'm going to check out this record. Over the link, it's going to give you a preview with more information, but let's go ahead and open the record here. So it's some of the information that can be found on this record, and it also has a picture of the actual gravestone, which is really cool. So what I can see here, when I first open the record, what I want to do is look at the information, examine it, and make sure it, there's a good chance this is the ancestor I'm looking for. So we got that his name is, the birth year matches what I know, 1833. Death year matches what I know. The cemetery is in Otterbein, which is a college in Westerville, so that makes sense. So this looks like the Benjamin Hamby I'm looking for. And go down here to the URL, and it's going to show me the full Find a Grave record. So let's go there. So we actually got a picture of Benjamin Hamby here. We've got a little bio, and it says he was a composer, a minister, on the housetop. So that all matches the information I know. And if I go down here, it's got a full record of a bunch of his family members along with their birth and death dates. And so what I would probably do from this point is, if I'm working down towards my family here in the present day, I probably want to look at his children. I would probably start there, and I would search his child Brainerd Oaks Hanby here using dates, and see where that takes me. If I don't have any luck with that, I can try any of his siblings, his parents, and work down from there. So that's kind of how genealogical research works. Usually you would be starting with yourself and then work your way up to your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, and keep working up. So let's go back to ancestry here. So this was the tombstone record. So I actually want to see a document record. So I'm going to go back here. And let's look at this Ohio compiled marriage index. So I'm going to show you some features of the document viewer. Waiting on technology. This one doesn't have a picture, an actual image of the document, so I'm going to go back and try the next one. Yeah, an image of the actual document. It would have the view image link down here underneath the title. Into this record. Again, it's got a summary of the information here. One thing I forgot to show you on the last record, if you want to put add this record to your files to save it, to document your research, you can go over here to the Send Document button, and you can set it to send it to your email address, or you can go to the View friendly version of the record and print it off to put it in your physical records. So that's a really cool option there. So let's to actually view it. So this is Ancestry's document viewer. So it shows you an actual scan of the document, which is really cool. In my past research, I've found some interesting things, like I found the ship manifest for the ship my grandfather came to the US on from Germany, which was really cool. And I also more recently found my grandmother's yearbook pictures, which was pretty awesome. I got to print them off and give them to her, which was really, really nice. But looking at the document viewer here, some of the features I want to show you. Let's see if I can move my video out of the way. Okay. So you over here on the right side, you can zoom in and out. So plus in, minus zooms you out. You can make adjustments to the document. Again, so you can print it, you can download it, you can rotate, flip. You can also invert the colors. So you can change it from a white background with black text to a black background with white text. And it looks like this. And for some people, that's easier to read. Here, and also have a shortcut button to download the document right here with this arrow. You can do full screen. One of the cooler options here, as you can see, this document has a lot of handwriting on it and it can be hard to read. So you can go down to two people, click on that, and it's going to give you a transcription of that information to read and get the correct information from it. Let me take that off. You can also hit the film strip button here, and that's going to show you film strip style, kind of the different pages in this record. This is the whole Ohio County marriage records from between 1774 and 1993, so that's a very long document. So it has a lot of pages, but you can kind of get a preview of those different. So that's all I've really got to show you. If you have any further questions or want to know more, please feel free to reach out to us by email. The website and email address I showed you at the beginning, I'm going to ask our communications team to put it in the YouTube description when they post this. But please feel free to reach out to us with any questions you have about Ancestry or other services. And again, please feel free to share any ideas of what you would like to see over the next couple weeks. Thank you. Have a good day.